Hello everyone, with you Handmade. Today I will show you how I sculpted a gazelle out of plasticine, and after that I will disassemble it. This is what the gazelle looks like now. As you can see, it's all made of plasticine. Hey, I covered the window areas and prepared it for painting. I will paint with a spray can. First I will cover with a primer, and then I will apply the main orange color. And after painting, I worked on the model, and here's what I managed to do. So this gazelle is made of plasticine. I used hard and also very hard NSP plasticine, and from these two types of plasticine I made this gazelle. And it took me 52 hours of work over 7 days to create this model. To create the gazelle, I used drawings and photographs on the internet, as I couldn't find it in 3-dimensional format. Usually, I look at cars in Forza Horizon 4 and in the application, as well as other similar games with cars. Unfortunately, there are no gazelles in games, let alone, but this was enough to sculpt this gazelle in the correct form. The only thing is, I didn't paint it very well. The paint streaks are visible. I had to use the whole balloon to paint it more or less evenly. And in principle, this is enough. After all, I'm going to break it soon, and there was no point in making it really high quality. I detailed it enough, highlighted the elements of the cabin. There are seats, a dashboard. Well, in general, you all see for yourself. I also made an engine. Let's take a look at it, but first let's open the hood. Now let's take a look at the bottom. I also highlighted it here. There is nothing inside the body. I didn't load anything there, as it would have added extra weight. Extra weight is not needed here, as this would be an extra load on the wheels. Since they are fully functional here, they can rotate, and the gazelle can drive. Well, of course, not without the help of my hand. And so, how am I going to break it? And in general, why do I usually break light vehicles, various sedans, coupes, jeeps, and so on? And here is a cargo gazelle. It will be interesting to see what happens to it after a few collisions, how much the body will bend when there is nothing inside and there is only a shell. And at the same time, diversity. This will be something like a crash test. The collision will not be one, as arranged, but several. Because to make several cars and crash into them at once from different sides, it takes an unimaginable amount of time and effort, so we only deal with one car. I will crash into this gazelle with a remote control car. It has a bumper attached to the front with several layers of plastic plates, which will deform upon collision, and the damage will not be as severe as it could have been. This jeep will be speeding along the created lane, where at the end of the path it will crash into this gazelle. And here's roughly what can happen. To be continued. be continued. These were examples of injuries, and she's coming to me. It's perfectly fine on ultra settings. So first there will be a love collision. Well then, let's get started. And the first collision didn't cause any serious damage, as the speed wasn't very high. Only the bumper with the radiator grille was damaged, and the plastic glass with the mount was also knocked out. And also in the rear part, small dents from the collision with the wall are visible. The rear bumper became flat due to the impact, and the doors also slightly bent inward. Now I will crash into the front part again, but at a much higher speed. Well, now the damage has become much more severe. The bumper with the radiator grille has bent deeper, and the roof pillar has also been bent. And thanks to the whole engine, the front part did not bend strongly into the cabin. Let's take a look at how much the engine has been damaged. Yes, indeed, it smeared him pretty well, of course, but it could probably have been worse. The bend over the rear wheel from the impact became even more pronounced. It felt like someone had pushed it out from the inside, and the rear part became even flatter. And of course, a very large bend formed on the right rear side. Well, listen, it looks quite realistic. There are angular bends, dents and cracks. This is not a 5 damage, let's say it's a plastic damage. And of course it bent so much because of the not very strong construction. And the hit was very strong, so it turned out quite healthy, I think. And here's what happened to the bottom of this Gazelle after all these hits. As strange as it may seem, for the Russian auto industry, the Gazelle is still on the move. Well, at least the wheels are still turning. The subtitles made a mess of the Gazelle, and now you'll see what's left of it at all. Here it came in like that. It was a very strong collision. In addition to this, it hit the wall pretty hard. The side and front door are just smashed to smithereens. There was also a rupture here. Well, this is not Dinka, where Kozlov's elements only stretch but do not rupture. And here's what happened. On the other hand, there's a feeling as if a depression has passed here. The rear bulge has become slightly less. I decided to add a pencil to this waste bin so that the top of the body would also crumple upon impact. Otherwise, only the bottom part gets dented. Well, guys, I slipped a little, wanted to cut through the center of the Gazelle, but it didn't work out. I would have wrecked the train immediately in this situation. The cabin is completely destroyed. Just look at what the hell is going on here. The cabin's crossbar has bent in half, the door has been torn off, the seats in the salon have been displaced from their places. Only the torpedo remains undamaged. Otherwise, it's just a mess here. I'm not taking the car because I feel like it's going to break down. Let's have the last collision right in the center of the Gazelle. I think there will be nothing left of it after this. Well, here, yes, as I said, there will be nothing left of it. Damn, look at what happened. This is one of the toughest crash tests on the channel. I'm moving the car. What do we see? We see that the side panel just tore off with the fasteners, and in the center of this body, our plastic tore at all. Well, yes, everything flew off with the fasteners here. The wheel at us at all up has thrown out with the rear bridge. And these are our rear doors left on the fasteners. The plastic is already soft and torn off, offering no support. Fortunately, the doors remained intact. As you can see, there is even a dent on the doors, and inside here it's a total mess. Well, you can see the fastening is made of foil. This is the white plastic made. Here, the roof is just about to fall off. As you can see, the foil is shining on the roof so it doesn't sag. Here are the fastenings, all bent, absolutely all three fastenings, these ones which held the roof. Well, here the plastic can't hold on, it's already become soft steel and you can just disassemble it like a constructor. You see, everything is so flimsy, nothing can hold on anymore. Yes, harshly of course, Gazelle killed, let's say so, otherwise you can't say here, just really killed. Well, let's recreate the last collision now. And as we see, the car here has bent, this van has bent very strongly. Well, roughly the same thing that happened with the plastic van, so you can say that the damages were more or less similar, well, and in general realistic to a greater or lesser extent. Now you can pause the frames and examine all the received damages. And now the Gazelle completes the collection, or rather, not even a collection, but a pile of broken plastic cars. Now I will show you photos of the process of creating this Gazelle. That's all, the Gazelle is broken, the crash test is over. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you are here for the first time and you are interested in my plasticine creativity. Thank you all for watching, everyone, bye.